Okay. I had to restart it, god damn it. Yeah, so it looks like when I updated my computer, it sort of just made everything pretty screwy. All my settings across multiple games and apps and the like, just all over the joint. See if this is any better. But almost gone through it. We still want to get through these 2 coupons. And with some luck, grind out comfortably without too many issues until reset. Oh, my neck. It's very cold here at the moment. But yeah, we're slowly creeping up in XP on this class, which is always good. It's not the most important thing for us to focus on, but that's alright. Over time we'll keep gaining levels. I'm not confident I can hit 287 before the June update though. I've had a couple of down days and I would have barely missed it, around 96% if I maintained 4 tier days, so I don't think I'll hit it, but we'll put in a decent effort. Trying is about the best we can do. So I'm gonna go back to my spreadsheet, bring up the Lin Discord once again, because I'm still, while WAPing, looking up, checking in on different pieces of information about the class to try and prepare. Lin, where's Lin? There it is. So, FAQ guide. Scroll all the way to the top. Okay. So I'm just going to read through it all. This is my first go through. The only thing I actually have looked at is the infographic. So we'll see just what this class would entail. Is it a cooldown skip class? Like, I know it's a support class, but beyond that, I don't know basically anything about this class. Just that I knew I liked it. So, yep. Let's just get everything set up on my screen. I only use one screen, so bear with me. I did have a second screen, but it died quite some time ago. What can you do? Okay, so frequently asked questions. What happened to bird cancel? There's no longer bird cancel. Skip, okay. Is awakening bug? No. What secondary we use? We use the shield. Okay, so like I was mentioning last time, that is something I'll have to improve and change between my current mule, Lin, which is right here, Moglin. I'm using the generic secondary, but the demo shield can be star forced for its extra magic attack, so that's just free damage, free stat and all that. So that's definitely an improvement I can make. Let's down my orbs. Yeah, so it looks like my frame drops have basically stopped. And the other stutters and things I was experiencing on my end. Okay, scroll down. Steady hat on Lin. Lin wants an int hat for extra awakened value. It can be useful to have a spare hat in these situations where all the entire party. Okay, whatever. One steady hat as well. So yep, just an int hat. That's fine. I'd rather roll for stat than goddamn cooldown. I'm trying to get my I was trying to get my current hat to cool down, but I couldn't do better than -2, so I settled until I get an Eternal. Does Lynn have iframes? Yes. Ethereal Form, Aeonian Rise, which is the Jenny iframe. So that's fine. I don't mind that. Not many though. And our Ascent skill are our 3 iframes. So basically no. Ooh, another thing I need to remember. It's goddamn Odin over the bind for a 5th job. Upgrade that sufficiently so the cooldown is 2 minutes. Like, I wasn't doing that on my mules, and my bind and burst timings are just off. It's very annoying. What else do we have here? Is Lynn a good main / hyperburn? Sorry, I keep hiccuping. Yes, Lynn is a fantastic class with a simple kit. Great supporting and movement. And a future-proof kit, and will continue to be sought after class with the upcoming changes. Highly recommended. Well, I was going to pick it anyway, so that doesn't matter to me. How does Resonant work? As of the M3, M4 update, certain skills have a secondary effect on yourself when focusing on another target. Usually it involves getting half of the effect that your focus target receives. Checking this scope for more details. And check the class docs and guides for that. Okay, what inner ability does it use? Passive boss and buff duration. Okay. I really don't think my current lane has passive as a top skill though. I think it was just rocking buff, boss I mean. So yeah, that's an improvement we can make and change. And we should get a pretty high amount over time on our XP, so we can keep rolling for this goddamn boss line. Okay, next. What else do we have? Hyper passives. I'm actually pretty much not interested in these, as they're pretty static it seems. They don't seem to change. No, they look like they used to. Where's nerds? Oh, okay, there's a bit on the page. So it looks like we actually don't need that many notes. We could either do 2 trios, which is the minimum, which is I think what I'm using now. And if we went for 4 trios, what other skills would we be using? We have Pulverize, Sweep, and a debuff skill. It's my trick, I can't remember what it's called. Because I don't want to put in like as much effort into this upcoming challenge world and class as I can. So I'm just trying to prepare myself as best as possible. Okay, B skill priority. Okay, this isn't a huge deal, as we're just going to try and max as much as we can, but Beak Strike, Awaken, Beast Rage, Medbot Goddess, and Overload, Power of Destiny Mind, and Nature's Grace. How do I get? Okay, we know that. It's once a day skill. Not a big deal. Okay. Hexa skills. Scroll up. It's more or less the same for GMS. Hexa stat priority, magic attack, int, and then crit damage. Okay, so it's just generic. Yeah, so, wow. Janice isn't on the list, so that's expected, I guess. Wow. This upgrade list is sort of insane compared to the other classes I've been using and doing. So the very first upgrade is getting Peck to 9. And then 1, 1, 1, 1, 4 singles. And then we get Peck to 19. immediately go into Hexastat 1, max that out, and then we have 3-2, and then we get back to 29, and then 1, Hexastat 2, big strike to 4, then we have a 5-6 skill, and then peck to 30. So they really want you to rush that skill. Okay. I know it was going to be important. People talk about it being a major portion of your VA, but that's pretty ridiculous. I'll do it anyway, because damage is damage. Okay, next. Wow, it is very front-loaded into one specific stat though. Okay, these skills won't benefit us there, but in general, what does it focus on? Lyn gets 82%, 85 if +1 passives and 8 win. This is Sharp Eyes is 10%. Marksman Night Lord Legion block is 4% times 2. This would make you at 104%, so I wouldn't need the goddamn Phantom Legion block. Link skill I mean. Which would be preferable. Like early on. 3-8k Legion probably, even before 6k. That 15% crit rate from the Phantom Legion skill was amazing. For new players who don't have their Marksman and Nightlord at level 200, it is not a bad idea to use the Phantom skill if you don't have enough crit rate. Yeah, like I just said. So that's fine. What link skills does it use that are different? So it only has a bossing set of link skills here, not training ones, but I guess they're generalized. Okay, aside from hybrid logic being here, I do not like that personally as an inner ability. And then we have Thief Cunning and Empirical Knowledge. I still need to increase those classes to be level 3 link skills. Repeat. I'm not hiccuping, I'm burping at the moment, goddamn. Because I think mine is 7 and 7. So yeah, I got a bit to go on there. A little bit of DPS increase when I get it. Burst rotation, how does that work? Buff sequence, and then default burst, which is my 3 longer cooldowns plus sweep. Is it called sweep? No, it was strike, the bear one. Use origin after. Well, using it after awakening ends. Wow, that is not what I was doing. So usually I pop my bursting skills, and then I origin. Okay, in a party, you still want to use it with the party if they need the bind, but it is a slight damage loss. Okay, in-depth breakdown. Buffer skills, longest cooldowns first and shortest cooldowns after. That's obvious. Pulverize, technically DPS loss, but it makes maintaining easier if the boss is mobile. Continue to use strike until these 2 skills are off cooldown and use them in between. Okay, so it's mostly just strike, 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 then cooldowns. If you plan to use sequencing, make sure you have it keybound separately in case it's CD skips. Yeah, I don't plan to do that at all. Pretty straightforward. Oz rings. I'm actually really struggling with Oz rings. So I still have the raw 3 I earned in Challenger World, and I just haven't been able to replace it. So that sucks. Get a raw 4, immediate damage increase, but just hasn't happened yet. Raw and weapon jump is best in slot. Con 5 is roughly the same as Raw 4. As of M3, M4. Well, I threaded my balls first. So yeah, we'll finish this coupon, run one more, and then we'll just chill, basically, until reset. Try once again, Hyperion, see if we can get a Dominator across our account. More than one, preferably, but any amount helps. What are we up to? As of M3 and M4, Lynn's Burst has been greatly buffed, which makes Ring of Restraint the best in slot ring at all points of progression. There is one exception for this, and that is if a big strike is capped lines without Raw. Oh, that ain't happening. No chance in hell. We are definitely like in the early to mid section of the game. That's basically where our skill set and progression lies. Okay. Support buffs. Oh, it's a long page. Scroll. Party benefits provided by Lynn. No. Resonant effects are secondary effects that Lynn receives when she is not the focus target. Throw out my balls. Still get my eye in case I find a normal Kalos. Trying to farm one as early into the week as possible, so I don't have to rush towards the end before the next reset. Okay, where was I? Focus heal. Heal the focus target for 30% per second and gives them plus 10 attack and magic attack affected by combat orders. Duration 40 seconds, cooldown is 60 seconds. Okay. So that's what, 66% uptime? It's not bad. Okay, Hexa focus heal. Duration 70 seconds, cooldown 60 seconds. Oh, nice. Resonant effect, 15% heal for 50 seconds. So even by focusing on someone else, I would get a heal effect as well. Only 15% per second. That's still pretty huge. Guaranteed heals. Does that get through, like, potion block or heal block or any issues like that in, like, Black Mage or the healer in particular? I'm hoping so. Like, if it's not affected, great. I need all the help I can get, which is why I'm going to be pushing FAMs really hard. I don't necessarily want 120 boss, but I need heal FAMs at the bare minimum. Gotta get those up and running. But basically, any FAMs pre 260 don't matter, as I'm going to be flying through the areas. Okay, next is Purify. Cures status effects every 2 seconds, up to a maximum of 5. Duration of 20. I actually don't use this skill on my current Lyn. I'm only 260 and I'm doing very low bosses, only up to normal Lomian. Cures stat effects every 2 seconds. Up to a maximum of 5 times. See, that would be really nice if I actually used it. Okay, gonna have to remember that one. Mother Nature's Touch. On cast, heals every party member in range, very large range, basically global, for 100% HP and dispels. Grants a buff that heals 10% HP a second for 30 seconds. See, that could be huge as well. A lot of heals. Like, the party benefits, buffs, support and all that, they're great. That's definitely an incentive for other people to let me into their parties, but also it contributes a lot to my own self-progression. Because I'm trying to improve myself mechanically, on the C10 bosses specifically, to get more characters to push up to that section of the game. A quick drink. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea soon. Actually, I'll do that after the next WAP. While we're waiting for reset. And then Hexa Mother Nature's Touch adds 10% damage reduction. Okay, that's just a flat. When the skill's used, that's fine. Nature's Grace. God damn it. Okay. Nature's Grace. On cast, heals every party member in range, also very large range, for 100% HP, and grants a 100% HP shield, which goes up to 200% HP shield with max Hexa. Okay, so we get a shield out of it. I'm definitely seeing some benefits to that, even though I haven't really probably participated in any bosses that can really benefit from it aside from, let's say, Black Mage, because he had a lot of HP specific damage attacks. Excess healing from regen, or wait, you didn't call it regen. Focus heal or Mother's Touch will contribute to this shield. Okay, so you can sort of overheal, it appears to be at least. Healing reduction debuffs do not affect the shield's healing only, i.e. from Seren's Sundered debuff. Okay. 2-minute cooldown, sort of rough though. 30-second duration. We can definitely work with that. There's so many buffs and heals. It could be awesome. Okay, Forest Protection. It's another focus skill. Create a bubble zone on the focus target that gives 30% damage reduction and a one-time fatal prevention effect, similar to Bishop's Door. Okay, I actually thought this was going to be, because it creates a zone, I thought it was more offensive than defensive. It's going to provide like an FD buff or something, but that's fine. So it's purely a defensive area. Duration of 40 seconds, 4-minute cooldown, oof. Then we have Hex's Focus Forest Protect. So just a Hexa version. Cooldown reduction to 4 minutes. It changes the skill, but it says both cooldowns are 4 minutes. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that one. Resonant effect will say 20% damage reduction for 20 seconds. So I would get a resonant effect just by getting the Hexa unlocked. So that's good. Next. Support Flight. Okay, this is a skill I haven't used at all in a party. And that's exclusively due to the potential risks and inconveniences that it could entail on my party members. Teleport to your focus target or teleport them to you. Pressing only the support flight will teleport you to your target. Pressing down and teleport will teleport your focus target to you of cooldown of 20 seconds. I'm not sure at what point this would be a beneficial skill. Maybe like, I don't know, M. Kalos test. Like I'm trying to find a reason why I would teleport to them. Not necessarily the other way around. Like, I don't want to pull them to me into a bad position potentially, as cross both over. But if they're already in a bad position and I teleported them, well, these things happen, just whatever. And then the support flight, teleport your entire party to you on a 29-second cooldown. A whole party. Yeah, that's the one that's very risky, I think. Note, there is a delay between the party teleport and the focus teleport. So if you time it correctly, it's possible to do a switcheroo with your party. We've still got some time before the balls go down. Okay, so that was all of the defensives. Now we have a small offensive section. Okay. Yeah, we'll place the balls down and whatnot first. Yeah, give me all those buffs. Bang out another coupon. Okay, Nature's Providence. So this is on my 3 key on my Lin. I don't use it as much as I should, but it's definitely an improvement. Grants a buff that gives 30% IED and a 10% drop rate to nearby party members. No cooldown, and it can be placed on auto buff, duration of 90 seconds, so that's 100% uptime, no reason why I shouldn't be using that skill. Predator's Blow, that's my 2 key. Deals damage and applies a debuff that increases party damage by 10%, not final damage. Not as good. Okay, duration of 40 seconds, cooldown of 30, so 100% uptime potentially. If I don't make mistakes and can maintain it. Man, if that was final damage, that would be insane. Just 100% uptime with 10% FD. Then we have Focus Awakening, which is the big section for it. Use up to 60% final damage to the focused party member. Resonant effect. Lin receives half the final damage given to the focused party member. So, even when casting someone else, I still get 30% FD. If I'm not soloing at least. What else we have? Oh, I'll place down my balls first. Really enjoying the idea of these resonant effects. That way I'm not just gimping myself in order to benefit someone else. Because I need as much help as I can to at least blue dot these bosses. I don't want it to be blown up before I can contribute. Then can awaken herself, but receive half the effects in solo. So even in solo, I would still only get 30%. Okay, so my max is 30. I thought I would still receive 60. Oh, I didn't know that. Duration of 20 seconds, cooldown of 2 minutes, so it can be used with every burst. Wow, big yawn. Next, miscellaneous supported directions. Lin healing does not bypass heal log. God damn it. In Will and V healer, which is what I wanted it for, actually. So that's a bummer. Does not prevent BM curses, didn't expect it to. It does cleanse Saren's noon stun, apparently. Remove Saren's sunset dot. So in BMP4, Lin's barrier will appear to other party members, but it will not apply the damage reduction or fatal prevention buff on them. What? What's the point of that then? Using it, the bubble when a party member is in the air will cause the bubble to appear in the air and will not reduce damage or prevent damage. Okay. So increasing our own damage wise, we get 30% from focus, 10% non-final damage from Predator's Fire, and 30% IED from Nature's Providence. Okay, let's look at the Awakening section. Oh, big stretch. Awakening overview. Like, I'm probably gonna go through different sections of this Discord a couple of times leading up to the June update, and then once the June update's basically a day or two away, I'm gonna go through it all over again in its totality. Really try and get some of that information to like seep in, sink in, be absorbed into the follicles. Okay, Awaken is our strongest party buff and one of the strongest party buffs in the game. While the target is awakened, they cannot receive Bishop's Benediction skill. Yes, they can't stack. Awaken gives 10% final damage, 15% at max Hexa Awaken, and +1 final damage every 2000 int, up to 60% final damage total. This means you need 90,000 int to maximize your Hexa Awakening. Okay, so that means I'm receiving far less. I actually didn't know it was int based. I thought it was skill level, not int required. Okay, so we're gonna have to look into this as well. I think I'm at like 16k int. Maybe less, maybe more, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into the stats of my Lin in a long time. But even if we just take my Ren into account, I think I have 55k strength. That's a lot of int lines, god damn. You basically need to 3-line everything. So I'd need Hexa Awakening maxed and 90k int. Yeah, I think I'm under 60. Okay, so this is my training gear. It doesn't really count. But yeah, I'm like 55k or something like that. I can check soon. So at the very least, on my current Lin, 10% final damage minimum, just as a baseline, and then the rest is entirely based off of 1% every 2000 int. Definitely not going to come close to that 90k. I'm going to send it and try and get there, obviously. My goal, I think, would be to 27% my gear. And then from there, see what we're working with. Because we'll gain extra stat from just the hat alone, since we won't have to worry about cooldown. What else can we consider? Yeah, it's just all of these would just be stat. All stat, except the gloves, obviously. Probably. Yeah, I think so. We're going. And we'll probably try and get a fairy heart again. If we can get 21% minimum for now and go from there, 24, 27, 30, whatever it could be. That'd be the goal. But yeah, I think if I can get like 2-line magic attack on my WSE and minimum. Actually, yeah, I'm probably going to be using the burning gear for a long time as well. I need to find the graphic that was showing the levels and bosses, because I know it goes up to like 22 now, but the last like 3 bosses I can't do it all. Adversary's not happening as a solo. Kalos isn't happening as a solo. So they're just off the table. Be here, I'm getting better at the mechanic. So that's more of a maybe, but yeah. That's pretty steep for me. What was I up to? There is a resonator effect. When Lin receives half of the final damage provided to the party member, Lin can also focus herself to receive the full effect. This effect is halved in solo. Yeah, we read that before. Okay, example. Solo, Lin's maximum would be 30%. Rather than the full 60 provided. So yeah, I think for Lin, this isn't a think, this is just a no. Just a fact out there. We are gonna have to push for as much goddamn int as we can. So we can buff up party members and provide as much benefit as possible. Focus party target receives 60% FD when in a party, and I'll still receive the 30%. Oh wait, no, so yeah, solo I receive 30%. In a party, if I focus someone else, they get 60 and I get 30. But in a party, if I focus my stuff, I still get the 60. I didn't know that. More new things to know and learn. Awakening Exhaust debuff. While Awaken is active, it will give every party member an Exhaust debuff to all other party members, which prevents them from receiving Awakening by other Lins in the party. Okay, so you can't just have 3 Lins and 3 Hayatos or something. That sort of makes sense. This debuff does not cancel Bishop's benediction for other party members. Well, that's good. That interaction shouldn't occur. They just can't stack together. One shouldn't just cancel the ability for someone who isn't receiving the buff to get one. Oz rings with awakening. Weapon jump or totaling ring does not snapshot awaken and will change dynamically as the ring is used or expires. This means it doesn't matter if you use weapon jump, totaling before or after awaken. They probably want to time it with your party member's burst after awaken has been activated. That last little part sort of irrelevant for me. Good. How does culvert work? Ah. Okay. Entry. Max Solace first. Plus Cont 4. Start BA when fatal procs. Keep attacking. Do not hit dummy. Buff. Hit dummy to proc Cont 4. Enter and hold down. Strike. Okay. Why? This looks awkward as hell. I guess if I see the sequence in a video or a visual example, I think that would be better for me. Yeah, that one's not for me right now. Resources. Lindoc. Web guide. Wiki. Yeah, sure not. Let's take a look at the Google Doc for Lynn. What is it consisting of? Has it been updated? All these sorts of things. Whenever it loads, goddamn. Forest chart, a comprehensive Lynn guide. My hands are so cold right now. Dun 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 dun. Okay, let's see if it's loaded now. Can we scroll down? Scroll over. I am looking for... I could just look at the pros and cons while we're here actually. I was going to look for specific information, but I will just go through some very different things. Pros. Excellent mobility. Lynn has arguably the best dash in the game, with sweep being usable in 6 directions. Yeah, I was enjoying this. It made it easier just to use my strike skill in Golex. Just whoop, 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 just sliding through his face. Resetting flash jump. This allows her to quickly reposition and gives her great survivability even without having a reliable iframe. Strong and comfortable solo bossing. Oh, balls. Let's get those down. So I did turn the graphics in the game back up. It looks better. It's not maxed or anything like that, it's just on normal. But that's actually one of the things that increased the stream quality, which is odd. Oh, whatever. What was I? Due to 100% uptime on heals with focus heal, and 4, Lynn is very forgiving to play and can eat lots of chip damage without being at risk of dying. Having an extra door with focus, forest protection, and access to purify greatly trivializes many boss mechanics. As a support, Lynn's solo damage is also surprisingly high, with unofficial tests putting her solo damage somewhere around top 13 among all classes. I don't put a whole lot of weight or stock into DPS charts or anything like that. Easy and high damage uptime. Lynn is unique in that most of her damage comes from her toggles, peck, and yeah, so I actually didn't know peck was the toggle. I thought peck was the other skill. Okay, that makes it way easier. So it's actually probably extremely beneficial even for farming then. I wasn't sure about that because yeah, I thought it was the bossing skill with a cooldown. Okay. Similar icons, just misplaced them. Oh well. Where are we? This makes her damage uptime incredibly high in bosses such as Saren and Black Mage, where most classes have to spend precious DPM time dodging attacks and ducking. Okay, so it is as I assumed now. Strong offense and defensive support. Lyn gives 60% final damage to a party member, puts her on par with Bishop in a 6-man parties, and in first place for parties for under 6 members. Yeah, burn. There we go. This I can use. Even if we are big sad that the haste event ended and the burn event's gone, yada yada yada. Her supportive capabilities through heals and shields also make her one of the best defensive supports in the game. Lazy mobbing. Okay, how does that mobbing work? 'Cause this is going to be huge, especially if we're trying to push 280, 285, and potentially, hopefully, past 285. I think 285 would be huge for me. I managed to hit 280 in the last one. But yeah, I would like to try and push 285. I'm going to commit way more time post 280 into grinding. Mostly for money, upgrades and everything like that. So I think 285 could be attainable for me. I don't have the luxury of being able to get the passes for XP or mecha berries or all that kind of stuff, but even just raw dogging it, I'm hoping to hit 285 by the end of Challenger World 3. Need another drink. Definitely want to go and get a tea, but that's like 12 minutes away. Lazy mobbing. While not as lazy as DS or Ilium, Lyn has really lazy mobbing. With Soul Janus, Dusk or Dawn only requires to refresh Pulverize every 30 seconds and Earth Fountain every 60 seconds. Oh yeah, because Peck does flying around doing its bits. Which is better though? Probably the balls. I would assume at least, but that's just an assumption based on someone who hasn't done it. I haven't attempted to unlock Janus or farm post 260 on the Lyn, so I don't actually know how it works. I'll have to look into that one. Like if it was just Dusk, that would be huge. I could just stand there. I wouldn't have to keep just running around throwing down balls like I am now, which isn't bad. It's just in this map, they're all on the same level, but they all have to be jump cast, which is a little annoying. Not a big deal, but we can work with it. High innate final damage. Lyn is a class that has innately high final damage built into her kit passively thanks to her Spirit Guide Unity skills, and Penny and Payon, as well as Guardian Signet. No, nothing needs to be up. This allows her Soul Janus Dusk to one-shot mobs with less funding compared to other classes. Okay, so we can potentially just use Dusk. That would be huge for us. Cons, okay. There's 2. Non-KMS class. Okay, this is potentially a big con depending on your viewpoint on the game, the direction it's going, how they're updated and the like, but let's have a gander. While Lyn is in a very good spot now, she is still a non-KMS class like Kana and Hayato. This means living with uncertainty when it comes to class balancing or news of new mastery skills. Other classes get to know several months in advance, while we often get left in the dark, which is true, and you can't really do anything about that. Lack of micro movement. Lyn does not have precise movement like traditional magicians like with teleport, due to Sweep having a pretty large fixed distance travel. I was actually enjoying the fixed distance travel, but I guess if I'm looking at something like Black Mage's spikes, the red ones in V2, if I teleported onto one, that would sort of suck with this sweep. Yeah, I guess. Not too worried about that right now, but I can see why that would be a problem, especially if verticality is an issue. It can be difficult to maneuver around tight spaces, like playing around strings in Varus Healer. Yes, that is definitely going to be an issue. But I'm assuming, like with the Ren, I'm just going to flash jump. So I'm not too worried about that. I mostly play Ren, almost exclusively actually. So if I treat it like a Ren without Hurricane, in V-Healer specifically, then I should be aware that I can't just teleport out of range. Mobility section. This is about the sweep, skip, strike. Notable skills. Strike. Lin's main attacking skill, used for both mobbing and bossing. Yes, we know. Then we have sweep, the bread and butter mobility skill, horizontal and diagonal dash. It is not capital-leaded. A TP, but a rush. However, this skill travels very fast, allowing it to go through Kalos' UFO laser. Restless flash jump causes Penny to disappear for roughly 0.6 seconds. Goober is really whipping around that goddamn broom at the moment. Has maximum of 5 charges and 5 seconds cooldown to restore a charge. Then we have Beak Strike. Yeah, so this is the one I thought was Peck and it's not. This is the one used for bossing. Isn't it? Yeah, burst skill increases damage of Peck by 150%. Yeah, balls. I'm reading, I keep forgetting to place them down. Trying not to forget, but busy. Always getting in there, he's whipping a good. Increase Peck's damage by 115%, greatly reduces attack intervals, and changes the attack to an area effect during the skill duration, lasting 20 seconds. Yeah, it's just a burst skill, not a big deal. Doesn't sound like it'll help me during mobbing now. Then we have Beast's Rage. Another burst skill. Does a total of 120 hits over the duration of 6 seconds in a large area. This skill uses this skill can be underwhelming, but got its multiplier doubled as of the GPS patch. It does about 5 to 6% of BA now, significant improvement. Okay, so that's definitely a large contributor to our overall damage. And then we have Predator's Blow, which is the 2 skill that I use. What about that debuff skill? Monsters and bosses take 10% damage for 40 seconds when inflicted, 100% uptime. So yeah, that's just a freebie. I like freebies. Okay, before I keep reading, because we're closing in on the end of this WAP, daily reset's going to happen soon. Just going to quickly outline my plans for the day, or at least post reset. So we're going to finish this coupon, make a cup of tea, and wait until reset, just chill. And the reset will happen. We do arc on all of our characters. Add any drops we might get. Hopefully get to the spreadsheet. Do our dailies on the Hayato, the Nightwalker, who's getting really close to finish. Well, he's actually not. But he's getting really close to finishing his symbols. Just has 2 more to go. And do the Ren's dailies. Once everyone's dailies are done, which is everything I just laid out, we will be doing some weekly bossing. At the very least, I would like to get my Ren's bossing done in general. But we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I think if I can get the whole Ren done, aside from Kalos, because I actually found Saren for the first time. More timing really tends to keep me away from them. But yeah, we want to try and get through the Ren aside from normal Kalos. Like if we can find one, great, but I doubt it. And I don't know if I'll do any other bosses today. If I do, it'll be later tonight. I need to get into the habit of doing at least one bossing mule a day or two. So I'm not just doing them back to back to back on the Wednesday. It's consistently been a hassle these last few weeks. But I've been putting in so much time grinding that I just haven't allocated the time to really grind out all my bossing mules. But at the very least, we can do Pap and Pino on the other characters today. See if we get lucky on a drop. And then we're back to weapon. So we have those three things: dailies, Ren's weeklies, and Pap, Pino on the other characters. And then weapon. That will be my day plan. I think it's a decent enough day. We'll find out just how productive it is. Like, it sort of sucks from my point of view. Like, I've had a lot of PC and internet issues of late. And they're still sort of going on right now. Like, I've been awake 5 hours and on the game for over 4 hours. But I haven't actually done that much yet. I've done nearly 3 coupons, I think. 3 or 4, I'm not sure. I think this is my 4th coupon. So I'm not utilising my time very efficiently right now, but I'm trying to fix everything else. I had to fix goddamn Streamlabs. I had to check my drivers were all updated. Restart the router. Like, when enough small problems band together, they take a lot of time to fix in totality. What a hassle. Okay, we'll place down the balls, and then I'll go back to reading. Because we're about to finish, and I want to get a cup of tea. Because I did unpack some stuff. Because the house is still packed, we still don't have the painters here. It's been really shit. The house is mostly packed up, and we haven't really been able to live in it properly for a couple of weeks now, just waiting for the painters. So I decided just to open some boxes so I can use stuff. So I got the toaster out, the kettle, microwave out, all those sorts of things. Man. Damn, that cough really caught me. Okay, what skill are we up to? No, we did Predator's Blow. Earth Polarization. Use pet continuously active and looking for new targets during mobbing. Okay, so you basically have to use it at your feet. That's not a big deal or loss or anything like that. Allows peck and sneak attack to keep hitting bosses while you're off screen. Yeah, that's something. Not sure how beneficial that'll be, because I haven't tried to boss like that on the Lin, so we'll just have to wait and see what kind of benefit that provides us. But I keep hiccuping now. Spirit Guide Unity Pan. Passive skill. Grants final damage percent that stacks whenever you use strike, raw, or pulverization skills. Stacks up to 3 times. Stacks last for 30 seconds. Note while mobbing, using Earth Pulverization off cooldown allows you to maintain maximum stacks at all time, since each tick of the skill refreshes stacks. Okay, so I just need to use Earth Pulverize while mobbing. Does that mean I don't need to use Strike, or do I use Strike? I think I'd be fine regardless. So let's go and get our loot. Make a cup of tea. Come back. I will be back before boss reset, so we'll just chill in a map and just raid for a bit. And then away we can go. Oops, that's summon. Put away. Teleportation. Do I have anything to use? I do. So yeah, we got our first meter node. Yay. So if I click, I think it's F7 for me. Is this one? Yeah. Defeat hard Saren chosen once. Got that yesterday. Well, my time yesterday. And what was the other one? Oh, it's just defeating it with genuine. That one doesn't really matter. Well, we finally got that one added to the list. So if we take a quick gander at the boss content. Ta-da, we got an emblem. We still haven't completed normal. Side of one clear in practice mode, but that's fine. Adversary, Carling, and Ekalos, they're not on our board right now. We're just trying to get to this little bugger so we can get these residual determination fragments. Okay, big strats. We're halfway to the miso we want today at the very least, so we've got to keep grinding it out. Minimum 3 bill. That'd give us 21 bill over a week, which is basically equal to what our total bossing crystals would equate across our entire account. Very nice, very nice. Anywho, I'm gonna switch to the Ana for when reset does occur. Go make a cup of tea, and then we can read. Because there's still plenty in this guide to go through. Load, please. There we go. Tea. But the Kana is doing pretty decently well, so we're nearly at halfway to a level up. We are up to 4 Dominators in the back pocket. We do have a stat one for what we want, just stats, and then these are, yeah, just... the ones we're going to try and send later on. I'm deciding to skip this Shining Star Force this weekend, wait for the June update, see if I can capitalize on that to skip some hassles. Are my familiars? Okay, so we did level it up to level 5, we didn't tier it up. That means I haven't been using my goddamn drop rate fan. And first go? No, never mind. Not a big deal. But yeah, that means we weren't using our drop rate fan. Fusion, ha. Okay, it is locked. I definitely don't want to choke on that. So, we're good. Tier up. Now we just have to start leveling up this one. Setup. Oh, we need that one. Okay, let's try our luck. Bam. Okay. Energy character in black. Worst case scenario. We have a potential item drop or boss line in the future. Either of those would be acceptable. What I would hate, like with a number of my other characters, is to get like a 100% drop, and then before I get another before I get a boss, I just get another 100% drop again. That'd annoy me. But since I don't have any fams, it's all gains once I can get it to roll. I'm still annoyed that the Wild Hunter rolled 20% boss damage on the second line. That sucked. But I'll be back in a minute. We've still got 15 minutes until reset. Are we all suited and booted? Yeah, sure. It's just stat, it doesn't really matter. Because we're already 200, we couldn't get the starter symbol. Not a big deal, it's just some extra time, whatever. And these are already done, they're already been 2-lined each. No stars, no nothing, and then these just drop items. We are missing 20% drop rate because we don't have the 4-3. But hey, I'll take it. Okay, I'm gonna mute my mic, get my drink and stuff, and I'll be back. Alrighty, so it looks like I still have about 10 minutes, so I'm actually going to have a quick shower, and then I'll be back so I can get started and just grind it out without having to do it later. Okay, I'm back. That took freaking ages. It took so much longer than I anticipated. I had a shower, that's fine, whatever. But they're still doing maintenance and changes to our house, and they put in this freaking water heater, right? And it sucks. We had a gas one and it worked. Now we have an electric one that kind of works. Piece of junk. Nothing. Just gotta quickly do our simple dailies for that juicy XP. So we still have a lot of the guide we can read through shortly. So I'm not really in a rush for that. We'll get to it. Do I have my fam? But only the one I'm leveling. Okay. So we'll definitely pass the halfway point just from these quests alone. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, if I wasn't on goddamn Hyperion right now, we'd just send the Kana through Monster Parks until I hit 260. It wouldn't take that long, but we're really close to finishing the Hayate's levels, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't need that. Choo-choo done. And I'm just catching up with my mum, seeing how she's doing. Going down and got a couple of things, got bananas and some bacon pull apart bread, other tidbits. Come on, come on, come on. Next. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, I'm not expecting any luck on the reveals for the uniques. We just need some in the back pocket for rerolls in the future. Come on, 2 to go. Might as well use G skills just to make this go a little faster. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, last one. And the Kana is done. Like, I'm sort of on the fence of not wanting to continue doing Hyperion on the Mihail, as I don't want him to level up I do give him to 260 and all that, but it'll be 201. Less convenient when hyperburned. I think we just ignore it, just keep running him. But yeah, the card has had some decent luck since its creation. Actually, no, it's decent luck since it had some item drop provided to it. There we go. It's absolutely garbage before that. Yeah, I definitely don't want to read while doing dailies, so those things just have to wait for us. Okay, we got a chest. Come on, above blue. Oh, could be orange. And we got a green. Very nice. This should be a decent chunk of EXP on its own. Well, pretty decent chunk. Ooh, 60 more. But yeah, I'm sort of on the fence. I would like to do this, but I'm just going to throw the idea first and then talk about it. Whether or not I want to be grinding the spec boxes on Challenge World and Hyperion at the same time, just 10 a days. Or 12 days, I mean. I'm not 100% confident. Like, I know I want to challenge the world, but I won't have a VAC pet, so I'd have to manually loot 12 times at least. XP? How we doing? That's okay. Like, I have 2 potions right now, they could just bump me to 250. And yeah, I'm just gonna use those actually. Just get you done sooner. Actually, how long does this freaking hyperburn last? Okay, it starts. And yeah, it's until the update, so the sooner the better. I would very much prefer to use those on the Mo. He needs it more, since he won't be having burned at all. There's already 253. Okay, let's try our luck. Come on. Out of curiosity, because no, it didn't work. Oh well. Come on, get some luck. We did not. Oh. Next one. Yeah, it's Evader. Ammo. Yeah. Needs a lot. Like, if I can get some more stat on it, damage on it, and all that kind of stuff. I would prefer probably just to take it through Monster Park, but those 260 Monster Parks are so juiced now. Though I've just been slowly sending it. Quite some time, actually. with magpots. And I don't see any primals next. So we're basically taking the mechanic out of rotation. Like the last week or so. Ooh, my tea. Before it gets cold, have a quick sip. Actually, it's barely warm now. But yeah, so I took the mechanic out of my Hyperion dailies, and that's only due to him not having drop rate. It's really annoying. I did no drop rate across my characters doing Arc every day, and it sucked. Anything? No Dom, no Essence. Next. But what I can do is, while I'm on these characters, I can go to Pinot as well. Yeah, while going backwards through my bosses. So we'll go to this. We have gotten improvements on our, not this one, the Dawn Warrior's sword, because the hero still has the fake, which sort of sucks, but whatever. I want the 10-minute scroll. Come on. Okay. L. Check, we don't have HS. So let's blend this down. We have 310, including the coupon, without HS. So yeah, we have more than enough time to do Arc today. Pinot. Anything? No. Okay. And CPAP. And maybe Pink Bean as well. I'm assuming I can get them all, and they'll be fast fights regardless. I'm only using the coupon because I have my weekly bosses in there that I can do as well. Popping one of those every day for an Arc is not a good plan. Okay, let's pop. Survey says I did not get one. Get the crystal anyway, because, you know, crystals. No cubes. Next. Tap. I'll, when I get my first drop, I'll bring up my, spreadsheet so I can add stuff to it. Come on, run! Like, I have more than enough time. We've got one cube actually. Chaos Pap. Chaos Pink Bean. Oh, 2B. So I didn't sell my crystals from last week. God damn it. Because I basically skipped a handful of bosses on some characters. And any cubes, any paps, no chair again. No, well, we want, but it's not nothing. And last but not least, Lucky Mark. Come on, Lucky. We're for 3 so far. And it can always get worse. Like, I'm expecting to get at least 1 or 2 KTs across my account, to be honest. Belt. Let's see, 1 cube. That's something. No, no, nothing. Oh, I didn't get crystal again. Okie dokie. So, we got garbaged. Yeah, it didn't even take half our total time. No one else in our rotation drops anything we need. We're out of here. Okay. Let's try this again. Go and get a coupon. Uh, 10 minutes is plenty. L. Let's run him down, son. Any bosses? I should be checking more frequently, even when I'm on my mules, in case I find a normal Kalos I can join. And with this, we're at 292. Without HS once again. It's always on cooldown, goddammit. And no essence, no Dominator. Dominator is the goal. Essence is just like a consolation prize I can use on anyone. Oops. That was not the play. Out of habit, I switched characters when I needed to go into the other bosses. That's what I had the goddamn coupon for in the first place. Switch back. Hopefully I didn't lose it. That would suck. Nom 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 nom. Nope, I didn't. Let's go. Try Pinot first. Can't do much but try our luck and see how it goes. Origin, son. Balls of doom, son. We got a KT. So that is gold for us, absolute gold. So we're going to quickly grab the spreadsheet so I can edit it. Where are you? Today is the 30th. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And over to the buck. KT. It's number 1. It's actually not that bad so far. We're at 50-50. Since we only run from the hero onwards. Calm down, Wilbur. Come on, come back. Okay, come back again. Okay, come back again. No black bean? Are we after this belt or the other one? We are. Okay. And a cube. Any of these 3 items is just a benefit to us. So looking at our board, we have that mark already on the buck from the 14th. Yeah, there it is. It's still only 2 dumps, that's sort of rough. Hold that. Okay. Get this out of the way. I saw one cube at least. Yeah, gonna need to get these soul shots as well again. We didn't really have good luck with our souls. We got one diamond across our account, which is still nice. And that's the 3 bosses. Yes, next. Onward and upward. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do another tea at some point. This one's basically cold now. I need my coupon. My coupon. I'm trying to remember to use coupons whenever I do my weekly bosses on these mules. Just in case I can get something. Slight increase to chance, why not? Here we got 1 mag on this guy. And it's not nothing, but we will get stuff eventually. I like seeing when I get stuff, because I know that, well, I'm getting things, and over time that'll just mean more and more and more, but getting nothing really sucks. Okay, we didn't get anything this time. 2 cubes. I didn't even look for cubes, I only looked for goddamn primals and the dominators, but yeah, this dominator doesn't want to drop yet. I think in the last 2 or 3 weeks we've had 1 or 2 days with no drops across the account, and I think probably just as many days with 1 drop. Okay. Yes, to the top of it. So we got 1. Kit loot in the corner, because you never know, it might get a fan. Incredibly unlikely, but you never know. She gets the key. Very nice. We have 331 drop including it. HS for the win, all that. But yeah, I have to do these select bosses across all of my characters. Just try out like it. I can do them throughout the week, but I like to do all of one thing at once. Which is really very much not a good approach. Okay, that one and that one. I'm pretty sure I wasn't close enough to get hit by that. But whatever. Purple cube. 2 shards. Green cube. Crystal. No pap today. And we... Is this the character that needs black beans still? I know someone doesn't. Okay, you do. No problem then. Because I think I have 1 or 2 characters that don't need it at all anymore. Come on, Origin, son. Just keep swiping. Next. Okay, we did get a black bean. That is 1 black bean for the week. can't remember if I'm getting this belt, but I'll grab it anyway. So we'll add that to the spreadsheet. Black bean mark. So you are done. Just double check. 3 bosses and arc. Yep. Goodbye. But yeah, I'm very happy with how the Dawn Warrior's weapon turned out in regard to its potential. My goal was 2-line attack, and we beat it. So wait, got to remember, like, we're not getting basically any Jenny weapons across our account for a ridiculous amount of times when we only run up to normal Lamian. So yeah, arc weapons are basically going to be our bread and butter. Yeah, we had, I think, 1 Lotus attempt right here. Bam. Failed. What can you expect? 262. Now, we don't need the pendants, but we do them anyway, in case we want to send them into the future. And we don't need the black beam marks. I think we have 2. Yeah, so I have 221, a Misa one, and I think a stat one on my damage gear. So we don't need another. Let's go. Nothing. We can't even spare a cube for us. Come on, Pino. Yeah, this is the good shit. We need Pinos on basically everyone. Substantially better chance of getting a Pino than freaking Dominator pendant. Na 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 na. And we didn't get one. I think it's just the shoulder. Usually it peaks over. Tiny bit of purple. But not today. Demon Slayer still, I think it's the only character on our account that has had nothing since the 11th. Not a KT. So from the 11th to the 30th, we haven't had 1 drop. A Dominator, a Pap. We stopped doing black beam marks. Like, I can go and hit it. Just add something to his list, but at that point I feel like I'm just padding him out. Since it's not going to be something of substantive value. That's why on a lot of our characters right now we're not running Golics anymore. As they either already have their coins to buy their last 2 remaining items, or are waiting on other fodders. Goddamn sneezing. So we can get those to 21. And fodder into Superiors. So a number of our characters are just waiting for the fodders just to appear. Come on, can we get lucky? Didn't see one. Crystal, shard. 2 cubes. Man, I feel like Pap marks are just so incredibly unlikely to drop. Next character, Dawn Warrior. The Dawn Warrior is also looking pretty naked. No, he had some early items. So I started tracking this from the 11th of this month. So he got a KT on the 14th, the Superior Earring on the 16th. And with that earring, he had his last one, so now I have 1 of each. I ended up getting another earring after that, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, if we look at this is my goddamn potential. 13, 30, 10. Very happy with that. Oops, no, it doesn't let me teleport from this map. Back. And we go back here. But yeah, this is the first pad mark we ever got. Just stuck at a 710 and be like, Bob's your uncle. I think I'm gonna... So this is my drop gear, so I have to keep it, but... I would like to have sent it, but I didn't plan for that in the future. Went up with 2 mag and a pap. Not bad. I mean a Valium and a pap. But yeah, the drops haven't been very kind on the dorm area so far. Get my drop coupon. All of these combined, what are we at? We're at 282 minus HS. Okay, and with HS, we're at 302. Come on, give us our first... Oh man, you got nothing again. This guy has been absolutely cursed. Not as much as the goddamn Dawn Warrior. I mean, he's a Dawn Warrior. Not as much as the Demon Slayer. Nothing in... Was that 19 days? Not one drop though. He could have managed one drop across 19 days. Man, if I got into Challenger World, started with the 180 drop, and it took me 3 weeks to get my first Dominator, that is bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Yeah, but what can you do? Drop. Don't even have primals dropped on this guy yet, and I'm still doing arc every day. It's just no luck all around on him. I think I saw a cube and that was it. I did. Oh, never expect it. Just be hopeful when you get it. We'll keep doing black beans though. Just send it to 20, have it as like damage gear. Let's go. So we're at 2 KTs and a black bean mark for the week. KT ratios, I'm doing very awesome right now, but aside from that, yeah, not too bad. So we did get a black bean and a belt. I thought they were different colors for a second. But yep. So it looks like the shade got a black bean mark as well. Black bean mark. Then we're out of here. Last drop. Don't fail me now. Please. Thank you. No KT, nothing in the corner, just a belt. I see 1 cube. Let's go and grab that. No. Ouch. Okay, no KT again. Okay, so we're falling off the 50% ratio that we were probably hoping for. So now we're looking for reinforced belts. Awesome, like one of these will go 20 stars. I should get some more reinforced earrings. In case one of these does, I want to go 21. That's a future problem. We'll deal with that later. Yeah, that tea is just stone cold at the moment. And before, and I keep doing this. Just let me purchase these goddamn things from anywhere instead of just town. And there we go. See, we have one Lotus, one Damien, and one Lucid Attempt. Got one Vellum overall. Not amazing. No bosses, Cicalis, nope. Not for me. 312 drop. And no HS once again. Anything? No Dominative, no Primal? No. It's really consistent at the moment. And I do believe consistency is key, but this is the wrong kind of consistency. Like if you're consistently getting kicked in the nuts, that's not necessarily a good thing. Let's go. Yu-Gi-Oh! So 2 primals in his pocket, so most of our side characters right now have 160 plus drop. And with that, they are slowly accruing primal essence. Very slowly, but slowly nonetheless. How dare you pick me up? And anything? No cubes. So cheap. And these are goddamn great cubes. Fuck. Goddamn useless. I don't want that shit. Do we need a face? Damage D consists of a 17 face, so probably. Black bean it is. But we can HS now, so we have that going for us. Yeah, sort of bummed out that my tea's cold. No, not lukewarm, like just straight cold. Like usually I have black tea, no milk, but decided to add milk, change it up. So, oh, there we go, black bean. So I ended up adding milk to my tea, so it would be more of a lubricant, making it easier to cook. Less of a hassle. I don't see any other cures, but there's one under here. But it won't go as cold as fast. So yeah, maybe I just stick with black tea. That could be the plan. We're already an hour in, and we haven't done shit. Well, we started 20 minutes late. So we're 40 minutes in. Give or take. This. Anything? We didn't get a ring once again. Yeah, this is way below 50% at the moment. Across the account so far. Oh, I see a cube on the end. They need to be differentiated better than a slight tint. Like the green one stands out, sure, it's green as opposed to grey. I need like an orange cube, something that's more easily identifiable. Purple's just bad. 3 bosses plus I have nothing next. Ooh, I have to update my wind archer because my wind archer got a black beam mark as well. Up to 3 black beam marks and 2 KTs for the week. Move my spreadsheet over so I can see more. Okay. I still think Luminous is probably one of my more favourite classes overall. I never committed enough time and resources to it, so it's just been parked here for a long time. So it actually does have a decent amount of Dominators stocked up. It still doesn't have an earring. Only has 1 KT still. These will not drop for me. Ooh, for a Dominator. And these can just be ignored. Anywho. Yeah, so we have a belt, fodders, more fodders. Just no rings. No rings at all. And as far as I'm concerned, the secondary and emblem are fine, they don't need to change. But definitely needs a better weapon. It has a free one from a long time ago. Back when it was in Chronos. Ooh, I was getting a coupon, wasn't I? Okay, coupon, spelled with the C-U-P-O-N. 7 9 9 0 L P. Start with Arc. Can never have enough Dominators. I do not care. Like I nearly have 12, I think I have 11 now, but that's still so much less than I would need. Especially if I want to push 23s. Try something. I see a cube. That's it. Damn, I don't think we got a prime license yesterday either. I'm gonna actually have a gonna quick gander. So primal essence. Last one we got was, what's that day? On the 26th we got one. That's the 30th today, so it's just like 4 days apart. That's pretty shit. But we have coupon time, so just bad luck. I just keep hitting my goddamn freaking microphone cable and unplugging it. I gotta move it somewhere else. Shit's annoying. Now we're at 280 drop and we can use HS. 8. Gets us to a nice 296. Buff. And R, this skill, this skill. And did we have any luck? Oh, I thought it died. No, she just moved. That's messed up. No, once again, nothing. No ring. Very bad ring day. Very bad. When everyone has around 280 plus drop with the coupon. So that's pretty brutal. Okay, let's try a pink bean. So overall, how has the Luminous's drops been doing? The Luminous, since the 11th, has 1 Dominator drop. So all of the drops it's gained were before it actually attained any drop rate. So I've actually been doing it a very long time. And since getting drop rate, it's gained 1 in... ooh, nearly 3 weeks. Which is not optimal. Come on, let's get it. Okay, that's 1 down. That's 2 down. And we are sealed. forevermore. Okay, let's go. Anything? No black bean, no cubes. I got a belt, but is that the belt we want? It is. I think I should just get it. We don't have that say drop shield because they appear. I actually don't pick up crystals on this guy anymore. He's not one of my boss mules. They had to get rotated out as I hit the cap. And he was only doing low bosses. He wasn't even doing Enlamian. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Still have a few minutes. Okie dokie. Let's try our luck. Once again. Na 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 na. Not paying attention, it happens. Anything? Look at a cell fragment. Oh, and a cube. Anything else? One more cube. Was that the last boss I needed on this guy? Sort of bummed out, I haven't gotten anything. Specifically from Arc. Even the KT drops have been pretty atrocious. Yeah, those three are down and Arc was down there. Yeah, you're done. Rip. Okay, let's run it back to Zakum. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'm going to give this guy the Transcendent Growth Pod just to push him another level towards 270. He's under 10, oh he's over 10 mil now. Because we ended up fixing his pot. Got at least 2 lines on each except this. It's kind of ugly actually. There's attack and damage, attack and ID, and our raw IED is only 29. I think it's just a keep for now. Like when we had superiors, that would get ID from that, so on and so on. But for now, I don't really care. I don't like it, but I don't care. No, lay on me, please. Ooh, cubes I had forgotten. And with that, we're up to 281 minus HS. Like 12 mil isn't bad, it just feels like terrible to boss with. No primals, no doms. Off burst, so if I can't like one burst a boss down, it feels absolutely horrendous. Next, you know. Okay, it's just this time. So, disappointingly, we've only just started, and I think actually might already have top off. which sucks. Like, end the stream and go and help my mum with some stuff. Which, oh, ring. It's huge. I saw at least 2 cubes, so I'll grab those as well. Add that to my spreadsheet. We're in the final stretch of characters anyway, so I had to start getting them somewhere. KT for the Night Lord on the 30th. KT. Nice. Next, do you? Yes. You need it, so let's go. But yeah, some of my characters, even those with drop rate, have had tremendously poor luck. Compared to other characters, specifically, on my account. And... come back. Stop running away. They're like a will without tests. Just making it slow for no reason. And we did get a black bean. Go figure. Oh, I see cube. Cube, cube, cube. Anything else? Because I didn't look. Nope. We got a black bean. Black bean mark. BBM. Excellent. And can we go for the hat trick? I doubt it. This freaking stupid hat mark has such a crazy low drop rate. I think we have like 4 across our entire account. Oh, calm down, Goober. Oh, he's so big sad. He wants to play so badly. All the time. But he's playing is biting people's hands. Just gonna let myself die, because I think it'll come down and hit me before I kill it. No, I got it. No mark. Wait, did I not even get a soul shard? I don't think I saw one. I didn't. You cheeky bugger. Well, we got a KT out of it. I'll take that all goddamn day. So we have our top row characters, but my mum needs me to go and do a couple of things, so I'll have to hop off. And we had so much we wanted to do, but that's just a later. Mum comes first, all that. So I will be back on either later today, tonight, or definitely tomorrow. It's just since it's the start of the weekend for us. She just wants to get some housework done. Gotta keep tidying up the house when the painters eventually hopefully get here.